Hello and welcome to Grumpy Eye's Rehabilitation Facility, or Grump's Rehab Facility. So today we're going to talk about, as we always talk about, it's going to be the future and the current status of Star Citizen. And yeah, I have some potentially inside information, and we're going to talk about it. But take all of that with grain of salt, because I'm not sure that all of it is completely true. So yeah, let's just roll the intro and we'll talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy Eye. Grumpy Eye.
Alright, so first off, let's talk about the channel, because we do that every time. The channel has grown. It's apparently at 900 subscribers right now. So that means that I will need to prepare the 1000 subscriber celebration video soon, and I'm not sure that I'm gonna be able to do that because I need a bunch of people helping me out for that, but it doesn't really matter. I wanted to do a song, the intro song, but I want to do a full-fledged song, 3.5 minute song, where I will be rapping in English, which would be really fucking weird, but why the fuck not, right? So I wanted to do a video, and we'll see if it's gonna work out. Probably not, because mostly because I don't have much time. Secondly, because shouldn't the song be enough? I don't know. I'm not sure. The current state of the game is completely fucking bugged, so I'm not sure that I'm gonna have all the shots that I need for the video. Anyway, on the other hand, we have the Patreon, or the patrons that are giving me their hard-earned money, and thank you guys. I love you guys to the sky. If you want to become a patron, there's a link in the description. You can send me money instead of sending RSI or CAG or Chris Roberts or whatever you want to call the company. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to ask you before we start with the Star Citizen thing. I wanted to ask you if you're interested in, because I just bought a bunch of games and all of them are sci-fi, and most of them are Star Wars. So are you interested in Star Wars Squadrons or Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order videos, where I will just go and play a single player game, or where I would just PvP and Squadrons? I mean, I just bought it. I'm not gonna be any good at it because I didn't even install it yet. But if you're interested, just tell me in the comments below. Anyway, let's talk about Star Citizen. Oh yeah, by the way, in the background you can see us, the overlords, my org. We were fighting mongrels for 4 hours straight, but to be honest, I have the shits. I have a curious case of diarrhea for a week now, and it's really bad, and it was hurting. My stomach was really hurting, and I couldn't I crashed out of the game 3 times, and I just couldn't fucking relog again. Also, I had some other things to do, but in the end, the only thing that matters is that we won, because they their mission was not successful, and they just spent 4 hours PvPing us, and yeah, that's a good thing. So hi mongrels, I know you're watching this, so yeah, it was fun. Even though we don't like each other, it was really fun. I mean, until they started griefing, which is straight away. So and by the way, fuck you. Anyway, let's talk about Star Citizen. So the main topic I wanted to talk about here, Jesus fucking Christ, 3 minutes. I wanted to talk about here is gonna be server meshing, and why we still don't have all the things that were supposed to be in the game a long time ago. And I don't want to talk about hex codes. You can watch the video on hex codes that I did a few days ago if you want to watch it. But the main topic here is going to be why don't we still have capital ships, and why don't we still have server meshing, etc, etc. So I've talked to a couple of concierge rank, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that word right, but it doesn't matter, to a few whales that spent a lot of money and that are in contact with CAG. So basically take this with a grain of salt, because I'm not sure that all of this is completely true, but fuck it, let's talk about it. If it is true, I have an opinion on it. If it's not true, just fucking disregard it. Or, I mean, someone will dispute that, or like CAG will say that this is not true. So, basically, why don't we still have capital ships? Well, because we have an 890 jump, and like 3 890 jumps are gonna crash the server. Like, if you spawn more than like 2 or 3, if you spawn fucking 10 of them, they're pretty much gonna crash the server if you actually do things with them, if you have them crewed. Also, like, most of the capital ships, like the Kraken or the Javelin, like, they have a crew of 80, and we still have 50 people caps on the servers, so there's no fucking point in having capital ships. Also, like, they're not done. They are not like modeled out, and I get it. Like, why would that be a priority? Because, like, not that it's not like people paid for Krakens and Javelins. Like, come on, it's not like people actually paid in 2012 to like support the game by buying a Javelin that like 10 years afterwards is not in the game yet. But I mean, okay, I'm gonna stop here, but that's all basically public knowledge, right? Like, you guys all know that. But what you don't know, what I just heard, is why we actually waited this long for server meshing and basically having the game expanded as it should be. So what I've heard, and like, if possible, dispute that and tell me that I'm wrong, because I have a strong fucking opinion on this. I've heard that CAG has rented servers in advance from Amazon. So basically, here's the thing. So the government is renting the best servers, and they always rent the best servers until new kind of servers come along that are better than these ones. And CAG has reserved with like, I'm not sure, like $75 million, at least that's what I've heard. They have reserved servers for the next year and the next 10 years. These servers that are currently reserved for the government, because the government is going to switch to better servers the next year. And we basically, because of that, we have skipped one whole tier of servers, because we're like a tier 3 of servers now, tier 1 being the highest, like the government ones. We're currently at tier 3 servers, and CAG has skipped, so they have skipped tier 2 servers just so they can like invest money in tier 1 servers, or basically they are gonna be tier 2 servers once they get like released to the public, because like currently the government is using those. So like the government is always, like USA government is always using tier 1 servers. Once they are done with those, they release them and they become tier 2. So we have basically skipped a whole generation of servers because CAG didn't want to pay for them and they wanted to save up money. Okay, so we are basically gonna get tier 2 servers, which are like 2 tiers higher than the servers that we have right now. And that's when we're gonna have like server meshing, which is fine. But why rent them out for the next 10 years? I simply do not get it. Because like Star Citizen was running on these servers that we have now for some time, and Star Citizen has overgrown these servers. Just like the servers are barely supporting Star Citizen in like a single server with 50 player cap limits. So why rent for the next 10 years? If that is true, that is completely fucking ridiculous. Because I mean, you know that at some point this game, like 5 years down the line, is gonna get to the same issue, the same problem. We're gonna have the same server problems even though we have server meshing, because this game is gonna overgrow and it's gonna be overly complicated for those servers even though we have server meshing, right? So I don't get it. Like that's like the main topic. The main topic is like I don't fucking get it. I don't get what CAG is thinking of and what they are doing. Of course, I have to state again that this is, you can consider this to be a rumor, but I've heard it from a guy that like knows a lot about all of this shit, and that is in contact with CAG, that also went to their facilities, etc., etc. So I'm not gonna name him because I like, if this is not true, he could have some issues, and I don't want to do that. So I don't know. Tell me, guys, what do you think? Like, I'm not sure that is the best business plan that they could have on like renting the servers. The other topic would be like the state of the community, and like if you check out Spectrum, there's a lot of posts. Like there is less and less posts that are praising the game. Of course, there are still white knights that are just like online 24/7, trying to like discourage people from posting anything bad about this game, alpha, pre-alpha, tech demo, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But it's not doing good. Like, you've played the game, you probably tried it out, and you realize that it's completely fucking broken right now. And the community is realizing that too, but like, they're not getting acknowledged like at all. And the worst thing about it is, I know that I'm a small YouTuber, but like the worst thing about that is that every time I say that something is OP, that something is broken, or that this patch is gonna be the worst patch ever, I immediately get white knighted, and I immediately get like the worst amount like of dislikes ever, dude. Like, I'm like the most hated guy in the Star Citizen community apparently. Cause why? Because I said that this is gonna happen. Because I said that 3.15 is gonna be barely playable. And that is like, I was honest, and you can see it now. You can see that I was right. And I'm not asking for any apologies, but Jesus fucking Christ. You don't need to be Nostradamus. You don't need to be fucking looking at the glass ball to fucking understand that this patch is gonna be bad. And it was bad, and it is bad. I was just playing the PTU, but like, what are you doing when you're playing in the PTU? Why are you so fucking defensive on the topic of this game? Jesus. Also, on the topic of Spectrum, I have a question. Are we gonna have more bans now? Are we gonna have more bans if we ask, like, what the fuck is up with desync? Are we gonna get banned if we ask about the hex codes? I seriously don't get, like, the state of the game, nor do I get the state of the community right now and the state of Spectrum. Do you think that server meshing is gonna fix everything? Because I don't think it's gonna fix everything. It's probably gonna break a lot of things, but like the most troubling thing about all of this, and like Star Citizen in general, is that it has a lot of bugs that are not ever gonna get fucking fixed, apparently, because like boss spectra still kills you. You still get stuck in the cockpit of the boss spectra. You still get killed by the door. You still have a shitload of bugs. You still have desync, etc., etc. That's not gonna get fixed by server meshing, because that is not a server problem. That's a classic problem that like poor models have in games, and those need to be fixed before the fucking what's it called, fucking gold standard. Because like we currently have gold standard Gladius, which you can see on my screen, and whenever you look upwards, your face is gonna clip through the fucking back of the seat, and that's bad. And we need like people that fucking paid for this game, that paid for a prospector, that paid for a bunch of ships that are not working or that don't have any game loops for them. They need those game loops, or they need those ships fixed. And we're simply not gonna get that with just server meshing. We need more things to come in order to have like server meshing work properly. And secondly, we need more things to come in order so we can actually play the game and have ships that are not bugged anymore. Have like rim hacks not spawning two elevators in each other. For having like... For getting rid of the bugs, we need to have bug smashing so we don't have any bugs. And that's like, why do I need to fucking say that? Like, how is that not fucking obvious? Server meshing is not gonna solve anything. It's gonna be the same game, the same buggy piece of shit game that we're playing, that we love, but with like more people on the servers. And we're probably gonna experience a bunch more bugs due to server meshing. And that's pretty much it. And I mean, don't get me wrong, but like, don't believe that like desync and positional desync is gonna be magically solved or magically fixed because of server meshing or with the server meshing implementation. It's not. It's not. It's a netcode thing. It is completely obvious that it is a netcode thing. And some games have those problems. Most of the games have those problems. But simulators and space sim games and games that you really need to think about positioning, they shouldn't have that. Like Battlefield that just got released is full of positional desync, rubber banding, etc. But like Star Citizen should not be one of those games. It simply shouldn't. And like server meshing is not gonna fix it because, as I've said, it's obviously a netcode thing. And why do I think that it is a netcode issue? Solely because if you ever played, as I did like the past week, if you ever played in Arena Commander, you would know that like positional desync, well, not as much rubber banding, but positional desync. So having a guy shoot at you even though he's facing like the other way, that's still a thing inside Arena Commander. In duels, in like 1v1 duels. So that's not going to be resolved with server meshing, and that's it. That needs to be addressed now, so it can work better with server meshing. And I mean, I cannot stress this enough. You guys need to create their Star Citizen lives every time with questions on desync. You gotta make posts with questions of desync, like why are you not fixing desync? Why are you not fixing rubber banding, etc. We need those things fixed so we can actually PvP like we're supposed to. Because like currently, you're fighting a dude in front of you and you're fighting the game. You are fighting the game. So I was a PvPer in like War Thunder. I was flying a lot of like IL-2, etc. Most of you guys that watch my videos know that already, but some of you don't. And like the thing there is, you need to position yourself. It should be the same thing in this game. You need to position yourself better than the enemy to take you down. But you cannot do that. You can't really do that in this game, because you're just like, whenever you position yourself better than the enemy, you're gonna get shot by him even though he's facing the other way. And that's straight up bullshit, and that's not how this game is supposed to look like. So basically the only thing when you're PvPing, the only thing that you need to do is basically like just like aim better than the other guy, because there's no other fucking gameplay loop, or well, not even a gameplay loop. Like there's not gonna be another way to kill him. You cannot outmaneuver him. Yeah, you can if he is in a medium or a heavy fighter. You can fly around him, and it's gonna be really hard for him to track you. But if you're a light fighter fighting a light fighter, well, tough luck. Like if the server is healthy, if the fucking desync is low, if there's no rubber banding, if Chicago Bulls win over Sacramento, then you may have some advantages on like positioning yourself better than the other guy. But other than that, there's no fucking point. Just shoot at the pip and that's it. And not only that is not fun, it is not engaging. It's just like boring. Also, yeah, we can dive deeper into the PvP gameplay, which is like not really done well, but okay, I don't want to do that because I'm gonna go on a tangent again, but like, yeah, server meshing is not gonna fix all those things, and we need this game to be fixed before they implement more things. And one of the guys on Spectrum just said, oh yeah, thank you CEG for making more ships instead of fucking fixing the other ships that you already have in the game. Because most of the ships have a bug or two. Like $600 ships like Karak can just like they have holes and you can just drop inside of the belly of the ship for no fucking reason. And like most of the ships you can clip through them. They have some points where you can clip through them, and you paid $600, $800, $100, and it doesn't fucking matter for a ship that is buggy, that is not finished. And why? Like, don't give me that, oh, it's still an alpha bullshit. No, dude, it is not. It's like, it's $100, it's an $800 ship. Fucking fix it. Don't give us more ships until you fixed the ships that we already have. And this is me that I'm saying that. Like, I have a Corsair, which is not in the game yet. I just bought a fucking vulture. It's for the channel. I'm so sorry, guys. I'll try to do better. It was like cheap. I just upgraded from the LTI Argo Cargo to the vulture. It's like it's Patreon money, right? So yeah, thank you to my patrons for buying me Drake Vulture. Anyway, I have 2 ships that are not currently in the game, and I do not want those ships until the other ships are fucking fixed. Just fix the Prospector already. Fix the Freelancer. Fix some of the fucking ships, please. Just fix them. And then introduce more ships. Anyway, in the video you just saw, or you are just seeing how a Mongol squad works. They waste time, they lose money, they lose battles, and they then resort to hard griefing or like just like bad killing. So it's not the first or the only time that they did this, not even in this fight, they've done this before. Their whole org is a griefer org. They are trying to disguise themselves by being pirates, but they're just fucking assholes. I mean, they're just going out of their way to like... By the way, my game just crashed. It was like the second or the third time, and I just like stopped playing. So they just went out, they go out of their way to fucking be assholes and just to like... lose all the respect that some of the people in this community had towards them. They've lost pretty much all of the respect that I had for them. It was funny games before, it's not anymore. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring the towel when you're traveling through space. And of course, there's a button down and it's red. And if you click it, you will subscribe. And if you subscribe, I'll be happy forever, forever and ever. Subscribe. Thank you, love you, bye.